We have kids, the only asset they have is a 15-speed bicycle. For those of you that have done any research at all, on my website, we have teenage multimillionaires flying around in their own jet planes. And he's the one that had the 15-speed bicycle. That's why I use it a lot. He's not a teenager anymore. He's 21. If he were standing right here, Josh Kim. He's half Korean, half Caucasian. But the one thing that they all have in common is they're hungry. Hungry for a better life. Hungry for change. Hungry for the tough love their parents didn't give them.
So is that what it needs? You have to be hungry. You need to feel the pain.
Growth only comes through pain. For those that have read about being an athlete, okay, no pain, no gain. It's the same in life. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Dan Pena, Ted Turner, amongst a whole bunch of others, all had one thing in common. We all slept in our office the first 5 or 10 years of our business life. Slept in our office the first 5 or 10 years of our business life.
I think we would like to know, how does it work? The QLA principle.
Okay.
The basics. What can you teach?
There's only one moving part to the QLA model.
How does it work?
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. There's only one moving part. But since it's only got one moving part, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you can get this. Motivated seller. Now, I know it's not politically correct to talk about having sex with 1,000 partners anymore. But rock stars got nothing on Dan Pena. I got more ass than a toilet seat at a fucking bus station. And I was proud of it. How? Because I asked. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And you've been taught all your life not to ask, to politically fit in. So the one moving part is a motivated seller. Now let's say that this table are all in IT, this table is in manufacturing, this table is in medical services, and this table is in construction. Of these 5 tables, or 5 industries I just mentioned, you're looking for a seller that is between 55 and 70. He has no line of succession, meaning he has nobody to leave the business to, because most children today don't want to have anything to do with their parents' business. I'm announcing today, I'm putting my ass on the line. I'm telling you, there is a black swan event coming, and everybody in this room almost is going to get wiped out. And this is for real. This is not a joke, which is better for us. This is our fucking time. When I was thinking about changing the seminar, which it is changed, there's many, many things that I am different about than you. But the 4 basics. I never asked why in my whole life, I don't think. Never. Never asked why. I wasn't interested in the whys. I was only interested in the hows. Second thing is, I never wanted to be liked. Never. Since I'm 4, 5, 6 years old, I only wanted to be able to get shit done. Meaning I wanted to be effective. And my father, God rest his soul, told me, sticks and stones can break your bones, Danny, but words can never hurt you. Because I had a lot of shit said up to me growing up. And now it's just the opposite. We have people committing suicide because they're not liked on Facebook. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you. And I've ridden that horse to death. And I never believed in fear because I always knew it was false expectations appearing real. And when you go back and we look at the icons, and I know you saw movies, we haven't discussed them yet. The icons, they were not dissimilar to this. Familiarity breeds contempt. Does everybody understand what that means? The reason why you're all fucked is because you'd rather be liked than effective. You're pleasers. You're bootlickers. You're brown nose, whatever I know, of course you're not, but you're still fucking poor, aren't you? Well, then you're doing something else wrong. You're ass kisses. But whether you're Muslim, Jewish, agnostic, I don't give a fuck. I treat everybody the same. And I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. Hard works. And for those of you that say that you've read all my shit online, you're lying. You haven't. Because if you read all the shit online, you wouldn't be here. I'll phrase that again. Read and absorbed all the shit online, you wouldn't be here. because you would have sucked up your pantyhose, grabbed yourself by your nuts, and gone off and done it and pulled the trigger. I could have written a book in 4 words, just fucking do it. But you don't. Or you think it's like a Chinese menu, and I'll take a little Sichuan this, and I'll take a little of this, and take a little of that, when you gotta swallow the whole motherfucker. Because you do things within your comfort zone. And all my life, all I do is things out of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. My status quo now is discomfort, 365 days a year. I walk by my cars outside. Now, when I look at those 3 cars, I don't see anything. I don't see $1.5 million worth of cars. Because I've been driving Rolls Royces since 1971. There are people in this audience today. Now, I'm not going to embarrass you by asking you to raise your hand. There are people in this audience today that have never been spanked by their parents. They've never been reprimanded by their parents. They've never got in a schoolyard fight. They wouldn't say shit if it was in their mouth. And you wonder why the country, the world's so up. I can see. And that's why I call you snowflakes. Because you melt under pressure. I can eat you 10 at a time in this room. And the guys that are 6-pack, 4% body fat, pill poppers, I can take 20 at a time. I'm 6'1", 225, of twisted steel and mother panther piss. And I'm still this at 73. When I was 33, I'd kill the whole room. Now, see, if you're trained as a kid like this, you have no fear. You have no fear. People say, why am I fearless? Well, I'm going to show you one of the reasons. Because that's me when I'm 13 years old with Jackie the Lion. My dad exposed me to a lot of rough shit growing up because he wanted me to have a pair. My mother's off camera here on the left in hysterics, screaming and yelling because the lion had just put my head in his mouth. That's the MGM line, you know, the one on the beginning of MGM. I've been doing stuff like this since I'm a little kid. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. I'm not going to ask you, one of the homework assignments we have, it's online, is what are you afraid of? Some of you have a longer list of what you're not afraid of than what you're afraid of. Why? Because you saw what your parents were afraid of. You saw what your grandparents were afraid of. You saw what your older brother was afraid of, etc., etc., etc.